Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. Just 8 people own as much wealth as the lowest half of humanity. In all the planet, in all 7+ billion people, 8 singular people have more wealth between them than 3.6 billion people. That is just unconscionable. Never mind just taxing the rich, which really, that should be the compromise. Like, hey, we're going to tax you and your businesses, and you'll still get to be, centibillionaires forever. But no, instead they're making like, no, we can't pay taxes or anything. With this kind of wealth, just seize it, make it forfeit, crash the economy around it or something. Because this is ridiculous that 8 people control as much wealth as 3.6 billion people. I don't know how to make people realize that this is unacceptable and that people, notably a lot of liberals and conservatives, should stop defending these people as, oh, well, look, they're doing all this philanthropy. It's just kind of a scam, and they're still sitting and hoarding enough wealth to more than pay for another half of the planet. This isn't a supply issue, it is a greed issue. So, you want to know who these 8 people are? Number 1 is Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. The second is Amancio Ortega, a Spanish founder of Inditex, which owns the Zara fashion chain. Warren Buffett, who's American. There's Carlos Slimhelu, a Mexican owner of Grupo Carso. Jeff Bezos, another American. We all know him because of Amazon. There's Mark Zuckerberg, again, another American. Larry Ellison, an American co-founder and CEO of Oracle. And Michael Bloomberg, the guy who owns Bloomberg and ran for the Democratic leadership. Can't help but notice that 6 of the 8 are American. Granted, yes, there's billionaires who absolutely should be taxed all to hell in Europe, here in Canada, Japan, over in China, Australia, Brazil, Argentina, South Africa. Yeah, the Middle East. Yeah, there are billionaires around the world who absolutely should be taxed, and all these different tax loopholes should be closed. But it's particularly damning when 6 of the 8 richest people are American, and this is where the fight against taxation is strongest. No matter how you feel about your politics, you should at least be able to view this as deeply distressing and completely unacceptable in any kind of society. And yet the fact that I know that there's going to be people defending these guys and say, well, no, that's a little too extreme. It really isn't. Asking these guys and their companies to pay their fair share and to close the loopholes that they're exploiting to sit on wealth that could then be actually distributed to solve a lot of the world's problems that people on the right love to complain about. All this, why can't they fix their own countries? Well, because you keep hoarding the wealth. Maybe if they taxed it and we sent it back that way and they could reinvest it in their own economies, then maybe we wouldn't need to have all these problems running about. But nope, the unconscionable and astounding greed of a literal handful of Yankees is making the planet worse with every passing day. And the fact that people don't recognize this and still aren't just directly seizing these guys or holding them hostage or something, like, where are the Somali pirates seizing the yachts when you need them? You feel me? This is a scary and evil and obscene amount of wealth concentrated in the hands of a fistful of Americans who, if they even just had a passing thought, could solve all the problems of the world. And yet each of them actively choose not to and continue to hoard more and more money on a planet with increasingly fewer resources. It needs to be called out and it needs to end. And the fact that it hasn't already is definitely what's bothering me today.